from Haley's World, and today I'm doing a summer book list, 2020 book list for all middle schoolers and just for anyone really, actually. And yeah, that is what I'm doing today, but first make sure to hit the subscribe button, like this video, turn on the notification bell. But in today's video, we're doing something a little bit different. I'm gonna have a shout out for each video I'm doing from now on, just to give back to you guys and get you guys some support. So the shout out today goes to Iamlaylataige Walker. So check her out. And now let's get with the video. So in this video, I'm gonna do 10 different books that you should read. For sure, because I was really into them. So my first book I recommend is The Miscalculations of Lightning Girl. Now this book is so good, like it captivated me from the start. Like I was into it. That's hard for a book to do. So I just want to give a little bit about the book. So it's just a 7th grade girl, and she was a mathematical genius, which is woo, awesome for her. And she goes to this new school, and it's like people make fun of her for being so smart. That doesn't really make sense, but I don't know. And it's like they tell you about the story of it all and how everything started, and it was really interesting. So read the book. Now for book number 2, it is The Chocolate Chip Cookie Murderer. Now it's not just this book, but it's a whole book series. It's full of like 25 books, I think. So I'm like on like the 10th book, so I'm like halfway there, still going. But so there's like lots of books in this series, but they are so good. Like it's hard for me to get captivated into a series, especially a series. But I was so into this one because, like, let me just give a little description. So it's like, since it's a murder series, like it can jump you a little bit, like make you jump, but it's not like super scary that you'll be like, ooh. So it's not that bad, and it's like so fun to see like the steps they take to get to the murderer. So that's mainly what the books are about, but there's also baking recipes in the books. So that's super cool. So yeah, next book, number 3, is called Braced. Now I was so interested in this book, but the main reason was because it was about a soccer star, and I love soccer. If you know me, I love soccer. So this book was interesting from the start. So this is about the soccer star, and she has scoliosis, so I think her back is like shaped with like an S or a C. There's like have a picture of it right here, but I don't really know much about it. But she had to wear like a back brace that was like pretty big or something. Here's another picture of that. And it's like she had to play soccer in it because she had to wear it for like a year or so. So that's kind of what that's about, and her journey of getting through it. It was really tough for her. That's what I'm gonna say about it. The 4th book is called Where You'll Find Me. Now I'm almost done with this book, but I wanted to add it to this list because it's really interesting. I'm like saying that about all these books, but that's why I put them on the list, because they're all interesting. And it's just about this girl, and she like has her parents, but they're like in a divorce. So, and then her mom like tried to commit suicide, so it's kind of intense. And if you're not into sad books, then I wouldn't recommend it, but if you are, it's really good. And there's also fun parts to it too, and she has a stepmom and siblings and all of that. And then her friendships are going down the drain, but they're coming back up. It's really interesting about that too. So the next book, the 5th book, is called Every Missing Piece. And it's just this girl named Maddie, and she's just trying to figure, like, she's really into ghosts after hearing about this like missing person report, and it looked like a kid from her school. Then she started investigating, and in the end you figure out if they're the same person or not. So that was intense. Yeah, it's really good if you like scary, mysterious things. The next book, number 6, is called Posted. So setting of the book is in a middle school. So this book is just about this kid where he's like lost like one of his best friends, and it's really sad. Not like death, but like the person ditched the other person. So like that's what mainly happened here, and he has not really that many friends, and it's kind of sad, but it's interesting though. I like sad books, and I'm just realizing that now, but I'm a happy person. It's okay. I'm a happy person. And it has to do with football, and they're not really into the same things. So it's more of a journey through that too. So I forgot to say that which books were like from our school list and which ones weren't. So I just wanted to say that now. So Miscalculations of Lightning Girl was recommended on the list, and the book series and the murder series is not part of the school list. Braced was, and then Where You'll Find Me was too. Every Missing Piece was not, and Posted is. So, and the 7th book is Ghost Boys. Now, I read this book in elementary school, like in 5th grade, but it like was on the school list for this year, and it's like about racism, and I just thought it would be so good for this topic right now in Black Lives Matter movement. So I just thought that book needs to be in the top 10. So it's very interesting, and it's about the Emmett Till story too. That story is kind of in the book. So yeah, the 8th book is called Restart. Now I read this book also in 5th grade, but it was on the school list for this year, so I included it because it was really good. And it was about this bully who had a concussion but got amnesia from it, and it was all that, and then he was in the hospital and all of this and that, and then he was playing football too. And then like the funny thing is that when he came out of the concussion, like when he came back to the world, he like was a whole new person. I'm not going to go into that many details because I might ruin it for you, but you should read it. You should just read it. Okay. And that book, yeah, that was on the school list. The 9th book is called Outsiders. Now, this book was like recommended, and we were supposed to read it for our school, so we had no choice but to read the book. So it's called Outsiders, and it's just about this boy and his 2 other brothers, older brothers, and their mom and dad like died, so it was just the 3 of them, and they're part of the Greasers gang, so they had a whole bunch like of other people that they could be with. So it's like they had to live on their own together, and that's interesting to like see, and it's like kind of sad though. And yeah, that's the book mainly. Now the last book in the 10th book was called A Million Ways Home. Now this book is so sad, and I read this one also in 5th grade, but like it wasn't on the list for this year, but it felt like it should have been. So about the book is it's this girl named Poppy, and her grandma Beth had a stroke, and so she was like depressed for a little bit, and she was still going to school and everything, and there is like a whole story to that, but I'll spoil it if I say it. And she figured out like a plan or something to get her like family through it, and that's interesting to watch. So that is the last book on my list, and those are all the summer books that I recommend to you to read. Let me know what your favorite summer books are in the comments down below. Also, I read these books all online except for The Outsiders, but all of them are online on the apps Libby and Hoopla. So go check those apps out, and I definitely recommend it because it's free. You just read it for free instead of buying the book. So yeah, or going to the library during COVID. So that is the end of this video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and like this video. Turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you in my next video.